Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's May 7th, 2025. This is looking at the sunset over Carbonate on Sunday evening. With some cool light out there with that moisture in the sky. And if you're still enjoying this broadcast, we ask you to do a one-time donation, or even better, sign up for that monthly sustaining membership. Today's going to be mostly sunny with partly sunny skies tomorrow, some clouds rolling in with a dry cold front coming through. The big thing to talk about is the increasing daily high temperatures. It's going to be 80 by the weekend. High pressure is starting to build in. We have a little kink in that system tomorrow with that cold front coming through, but it's not going to really do much besides produce some clouds in the afternoon. And then we have a chance of rain through the weekend. Not really high amounts with that. And next week, the temperatures are going to drop below normal. So we'll have hot weather this week, cold weather next week. And if you're still trying to get out and ski in the backcountry, you're probably going to want to do some earlier starts for corn. We're going to have low overnight freezes, so we'll have that snow hardening up, but it won't last as long, and the snow underneath is probably not going to be freezing as hard. So you got to be a little bit more on it, smaller window of timing for that solid snow forming. And looking around morning temperatures, we are in the upper 30s, low 40s, cooler over in Stanley in the upper 20s. Mountaintops are in the mid 30s. Looking at the satellite reel this morning, we are in an area of high pressure. That cutoff low is to the southeast of us, moving out of the way. And then we have this cold front coming through. You can see there's not too much moisture with it, not really too thick of bands of clouds, but that's going to be pushing in some clouds to our area with that cold front. And then that low that's off of Gulf of Alaska will push down over the weekend and start giving us that precip. So not much to talk about on the HER forecast. Just a couple of pop-up cells around Mount Bora and the Lost Rivers tonight into tomorrow or later this evening around sunset. Yeah, like I mentioned before, daily highs. This is looking for Haley in the upper 60s today, then 70s tomorrow, mid 70s by Friday, and then Saturday we're going to be approaching 80. But then you can see next week we're going to drop back into the mid 50s with that area of low pressure that's going to be coming through. This is just interpreting low amounts of water coming through with those spotty cells over in the Lost Rivers for late tonight into tomorrow. Looking at the rivers, I haven't really shown you too many graphics of the rivers because not much has been happening. But with this increase in temperatures, the forecast is getting up to about 1,600 CFSs for down in Haley. If we look at the Big Wood up in Ketchum, we're going to be approaching action stage by the end of the weekend with these warmer temperatures. So you'll see that river start to swell up a little bit, but not too much to worry about, just almost getting to action phase. Looking ahead at what's going on, see all these warm colors. Is going to be this high pressure that's coming into the Saturday, and then that low is going to move its way down the coast and park itself over to the west of us, kind of feeding in moisture next week along with those cooler temperatures before eventually exiting at the end of next week. And a little bit closer look at that. So you can see today or tomorrow, there's going to be that cold front just passing over the top of us, but most of that energy is to the north of us, so we won't be getting too much precip out of that. and then we'll be in the southwest flow with the most of the activity happening to the north of us until Sunday, when that low starts to pull down to the Pacific coast here and start feeding in moisture. And like I said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think we're going to be kind of the best chances for us to get some precip out of that. I must have got rid of that model. Yeah, so I'm just going to pull that up real quick for looking at Titus. Just get an upper elevation MBM model for next week. You'd start to see that Monday. Chances of snow come back into view, maybe pick up 3 to 5 inches out of that storm, a little bit more as you go up in elevation. So one last little kiss of winter there, maybe, before the season's completely over. The long-term models have shifted quite a bit. They were kind of forecasting above normal temperatures for the last period of May. Now they took a big switch in the opposite direction. We're looking at below normal for next week for as far as temperatures, and above average for precip. So that's good because we haven't had much this spring. And then that goes the same for the following week with below average temperatures, above normal precip moving into towards the end. That's like the third week of May. And then equal chances rolling in towards the end for Memorial Day. We'll see what happens.